For more, we go to our senior political correspondent, Owen Robinson. Owen, isn't it hypocritical for Harry Reid to try and draw a distinction between Sheldon Adelson and the Koch brothers?
Nope.
Okay, care to expand on that?
It's self-evident.
Why?
John, Sheldon Adelson's money and power help Harry Reid. The Koch brothers' money and power doesn't, therefore making them corrupt. Pretty simple concept to grasp here, John.
So you're saying the effect money has on Harry Reid determines whether it's corrupt or not?
Yes! Look, maybe some visual aids will help your dumb brain process this. Here's the polluted piles of influence, greenbacks, that the Koch brothers have spread across our democratic process. Over here, you have the majestic towers of Liberty Bucks that Sheldon Adelson sprays like the sweet perfume of freedom on the taut, slender nape of our nation's neck.
I'm beginning to think you want to have sex with America.
Of course! What right-thinking citizen doesn't?
But there's no difference between the two sacks.
Yes, there is. This sack over here belongs to the biggest power broker in Harry Reid's state. God, you are comically dim-witted sometimes.
So what is corruption?
Corruption is when billionaires spend money on shit you don't like.
So what is free speech?
Free speech is when billionaires spend money on shit you do like.
But that doesn't sound like democracy. That sounds like we're living in an oligarchy.
No. Russia is an oligarchy.
What's the difference?
An oligarchy is a country run by billionaires that aren't American.
All right, thank you, Owen. Owen Robinson, everyone. We'll be right back. For more, we turn to our senior Dick Cheney correspondent, Owen Robinson. Owen, what's the latest?
John, I met with Cheney this past weekend to discuss his role in the Iraq War over a decade-long U.S. foreign policy. As I sat across from him, bracing for another round of blame-shifting, Cheney paused. It was as if a decade of tension left his body, revealing only sorrow.
Wait, what?
The dam was breaking, John. The dam was breaking. And he says to me, not as a politician, but as a man, Owen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the pain that I've caused.
Dick Cheney said that.
Yeah. As he nervously fiddled with the top button on his Halliburton pajamas, he went on to say, and I quote, "A plan that relies on unlimited troops and money to stabilize countries we have invaded until those countries develop self-sustaining pro-Western democracies is really, really stupid. I'm stupid." End quote.
Wait, he was wearing his pajamas?
Yeah! And they're pretty adorable. I mean, they were pretty adorable. He had them buttoned up all wrong. You know, like the top button was off, so you could reveal his surgery scars, which he later admitted to me were far less than the real scars that are on his soul, John. His fucking soul.
So not only is Dick Cheney so distraught that he's wearing pajamas in the daytime and openly admitting that he has a soul, but he's accepting responsibility for this situation.
Listen, all I know is that as rainwater dripped down the window, he put his hand on the pane of glass, half his face covered in darkness, and he said, "What have I done? What have I done?"
What did you say?
I asked him what he did, and he said, "I ignored the region's delicate internal politics and hid behind empty promises that we'd be greeted as liberators." And then Cheney's emotions became too much for words, and he just began singing this song. "My country's pissed at me. I lied about WMD." I mean, it sounds clunky. He was just, you know, spitting off the top of his head. But
can he sing?
Can he sing? Mwah! Like an angel. Like a fucking angel. If that angel's short-sighted politics had engineered a decade-long Middle Eastern conflict, then yeah, he can sing.
Thank you, Owen. Owen Robinson, everyone. We'll be right back.
Tyranny, oppression, dictatorship. Sure, that sounds cool if you're living in North Korea or Syria, but what if I told you that's happening in your United States? I'm standing in front of one of the last remaining Pioneer Chicken franchises in downtown Los Angeles. What was once a bustling, mediocre chicken chain is now nothing more than a refugee camp. A dictator came in here and took out all the love and desire of this once bustling, mediocre chicken franchise, a dictator by the name of Colonel Sanders. Harlan David Sanders was born into an idyllic American family. Some might say he was living the American dream after his chicken restaurant was franchised for $2 million. That's when things began to change, as his maniacal fantasies of success and control began to dominate his life, even choosing to wear a dictator's uniform, and like Saddam Hussein before him, uses an imposter to evade the law.
I'd put chicken in the lemonade.
Then one day he took things too far, releasing this on his own people. KFC was born, and places like Pioneer Chicken and that little bitch Popeyes would find themselves running for their lives. I wanted to witness firsthand the destruction of this madman, which led me to, as my girlfriend describes, hell on earth, this Pioneer Chicken in downtown Los Angeles. Upon entering, we were immediately greeted by signs of oppression. Dominance is asserted through tight surveillance. Citizens can only pay by obtaining money locked inside an iron box that they need a code to access. And after all that trouble, one is lucky to even afford the overpriced chicken gizzards. One thing you notice here is the smell. It's all refugee camps smell the same way. It's death, it's lack of money, it's malnutrition. Buttermilk biscuits, that's another thing you smell at a refugee camp. And barbecue beans. Barbecue beans. Yeah. Been going to Pioneer Chicken for years. I will not let KFC take this down. I ate as the locals ate, consuming my dry chicken sans barbecue sauce as quickly as I could, protecting myself from local scavengers and pickpockets. God damn, that's good chicken. If you notice here in the refugee camp, there are people just fiddling around, don't know what to do anymore. This man behind me was once a neurosurgeon at Johns Hopkins University and is now nothing more than a peasant farmer. Around the back, near a dumpster, we found a local historian who told us of a time long forgotten.
No, this is like the last remnant that used to be around years before. So I guess maybe this guy bought up the rights to the name, you know, he's like one of the...
By this guy, do you mean Colonel Sanders?
No, the big corporation.
By the big corporation. Bummer.
This guy's like a dinosaur, really.
The last of its kind.
Yeah.
It'll be a long road back for the people here at Pioneer Chicken. They were left with nothing. Unkindness, unhappiness. However, they do still have their sweet, sweet chicken. Woo! Ugh. You think we're gonna lie down as KFC rolls over the people here at Pioneer Chicken? You got another thing coming. You think an evil dictator like Colonel Sanders will scare us? Well, I got one word for you, KFC. Two can play at that game.
Hey, OJ, you sure enjoy that Golden Pioneer chicken?
Oh, yeah, I love it. As much as I love Pioneer's new country spicy chicken.
For The Daily Show, I'm Owen Robinson. John?